Today for my video project, I'm going to show you how to create an online form using Word. You're going to create a template and then after that fill in the form. And on Excel I will show how to add comments to the boxes as well as how to merge documents and accept and reject changes. This will help for the template. You can get market research. It's an easy way to reach a lot of people. You can send it online, they can send it back to you. And for Excel, adding comments and merging documents, it is communicating between people working on the same document with the same template. Therefore, it is practical in the business world where you can compare documents, as you will see later. As you can see here in Word, I've already created a small template. I just entered information and what I am creating. So it is a customer survey. First, I added the first name and last name in a table with 2 columns. So we're going to go here and we're going to have to go to options to make sure that on the ribbon we have included the developer tab, which we have. So if it's not selected, you have to select it to get the developer. What we're going to do for the first name and the last name is you're just going to enter a plain text, and here the person will be able to click on the bar here and insert their first name. So what you do is I'm going to format them all the same, and you make sure that the content control cannot be deleted because you don't want them to be able to take it off, and you want them to only be able to edit that. So when you're editing them, you have to make sure that design mode is selected. As you can see here, I will click plain text, design mode, to edit what is inside of it, and then go to properties and fill out exactly what I'm doing. So tag is going to be the last name because now I'm on the last name, same format as the other one, and cannot be deleted. For the how often do you visit the coffee house, we're going to select another content control. So we're going to go to developer and select a combo box content control button. So once you do that, obviously you change the name like we did earlier, and then we'll go to properties, and in properties we're going to write the tag of frequency of visit. Go here, select the coding, and then we're going to delete the choose an item because we want to add our own. So you're going to write the frequency of how many times you visit so that they can choose from those as they wish. So you give them the options, and that way they can just click them. This one we're going to do checkboxes. So what you're going to do is you're going to again go to the developer, and in the controls tab you're going to click the checkbox. Once you go to properties, you have to do each one individually. So we're going to have fresh brew, and we're going to have a couple other options. You don't want to show as anything, but you want to make sure that it cannot be deleted. So if it's checked, it's a little X, and if it's not, it's an empty box. And I'm just going to repeat this step for all of the boxes. Just going to speed this up a bit so it doesn't take long. And we're going to add one last one, which is going to be other. However, this one you're going to be able to specify which your other one is. So this way we're going to add a rich text content control. So that's what I did here, and then I am editing it. Here you want the other beverages, and you don't want them to be able to delete it. And again, we're just going to go to the home tab and select the style that we have been using continuously. For the last one, again, we are just going to go to the developer tab, and we are going to select the combo box content control and edit that while the designer mode is selected, obviously. And after that, go to properties. So here we're going to tag, obviously, beverage rating, make sure the style is there, and can't be deleted. So what we're going to add here is choices that they can put, but also with this one they can type their own rating as they wish. So they can just click on it and type as they wish. Again, formatting. And lastly, we're going to add the date, so you can obviously follow when they're filling in the form, and that can be useful to know when you're receiving your data, if you're receiving a lot of data at the same time, etc. So we're just going to enter today's date. You can format it however you wish. There's a lot of options. Once you've done that, you just go to the style And lastly, I'm just going to take off the borders of my table and draw a shape around my survey so it looks a little bit nicer, a little bit more formatted. And obviously you want to thank your clients for taking the time to fill out your survey. Very important. What I'm going to do now is make sure that the document is protected and that the person who is filling out the form can only access what I've allowed them to access, which is click here, your first name. But I accidentally took off the developer tag before I should have, so I'm going to go put that back. And in the developer tag, you restrict editing and you do filling out forms. You don't have to add a password. You can if you want, depending on which kind of form you're filling out. And it is simple as that. So you make sure that you save that somewhere where it's accessible. And here I am filling out the restricted form, and I can only fill out the sections that are made accessible to me. So creating comments is fairly simple on Excel. Once you have a shared document, you can create comments that other people who are viewing the shared document can see. So here I'm just adding comments to sciences. You know, it could be really anything. You can select a piece of data in the table to comment on, you know, if you want it to stay the same, if you want it to review that, you want to make sure everything is okay, you can select it and add a new comment, which is just here, the new comment feature in the review tab. So you can add a comment, edit a comment, delete, see the previous or the next comment, as well as you can show them, you can hide them. It is fairly easy if you want to edit it or if you want to change anything. It is fairly practical because anyone who is seeing the document can see your comments and make the required changes, which is what we're going to see now. So the first thing you'll have to do is you're going to have to go to the Backstage view and the options and make sure that the compare and merge option is going to be shown on the quick access toolbar. There's a lot of options to choose from. I've already added it. It's up here in the left corner. So once I click on that, I can find the documents that I would like to merge this document. Here I have 3 that I'm going to select and merge. As you can see, the numbers changed, and I need to see if I want to accept or reject those changes that were made by someone else on a similar, well, actually, the same template. So here I'm going to go and accept or reject changes. I want to see all the ones that I have not reviewed yet by anyone. So here it clearly states who reviewed it, when, the date, the time, and the precise changes that were made. If I want to accept, I clearly just click accept. If I want to reject, reject, accept all because I believe that all of them are going to be correct, or reject all because I believe that everything I had previously is the correct answer. So for sake of time, I'm just going to accept them all. And after that, you can make this a exclusive document and you don't want anyone else to be able to edit it or write comments on it or make changes. So now it is your own document, and this is very practical because it allows you to work with others through workbooks and find the best solution to whatever problems you can write in the comments. To conclude, all of these tools can be very practical to have in the business world because you can, as I mentioned before, do market research with your surveys or just to survey clients, as well as communicate through Excel with someone else working on the same project as you. So it allows for teamwork and communication externally and internally, and I think they're very good tools to have.